LAFC, Herc, they proved you wrong. You picked the Galaxy to win this game. Have they proven themselves to be not just title ready, but let's put it this way, title favorites? Title favorites, because you seem to be pretty high on Austin.
O sea, sí, pero no. Now, let me explain myself. Those of you who know what that is, that famous sticker on WhatsApp, will know what I'm talking about. They proved themselves because they won the game and they scored the important goals and got their DP involved in two of those goals. And Bouanga got him going in. Chicho Arango, who's been going since inception for LAFC this season, got on the scoreboard. Pero no, because for a large portion of that game, they were outplayed by the Galaxy. In possession, they lost that battle and also gave up 2 goals as the home team against a Galaxy team that really took it to them. You would have expected more from LAFC. They've not been their dominant selves like they were for the majority of the season, so no. And now they're going to face a team in Austin that, as I've already mentioned, already handled them twice. And a team that hasn't had as much player turnover, who really knows more about who they are. I'm not sure we've gotten a lot of answers that we've wanted to out of this LAFC team. I mean, there was a moment where Carlos Vela comes off and there's more Carlos Vela confusion. Same confusion we saw with Bob Bradley, same confusion we've seen already in the past, where am I hurt, am I not hurt? And he comes off and it doesn't shake Cifaran's hand when he's coming off. So there are more questions, Gareth Bale another one, Chiellini another one, than answers. And I don't know if they're the clear favorites right now. The road through or to MLS Cup may go through Los Angeles, but I don't necessarily know if LAFC is the clear favorite. They are by far right now a team that surprised me because that resiliency, when Joe Village scored that second goal, I thought they were going to fold.
That's what it is.
I thought they were going to buckle. They did not.
Especially given the history, right? Given LAFC's history, not just in the playoffs, but against the LA Galaxy, you thought, okay, here's the moment. Here's the LAFC meltdown. I think they proved that they are title ready. I think that they proved that they are title favorites. A lot of that, as you mentioned, has to do with the fact that if they win out, they will play the rest of their games at Bank of California Stadium. I think you have to remember 2019, right? Because they also got a very similar win, a cathartic win over the LA Galaxy. And then what happened the next week at home? They lost to Seattle Sounders. It was a huge failure. So I think there's probably some ghosts there for LAFC. I also think they proved something else here, Herc. They don't need Gareth Bale. LAFC does not need Gareth Bale. He's not in the 18 for this game. And if you look at it, even if they would have needed to go to the bench, the game didn't really demand it, right? They got their goal in the 80th minute. 85th, there's an equalizer. Maybe they could have added more firepower. You still had Teo on the bench. You still had Latif Blessing on the bench. They didn't even get to those guys. I think it's pretty clear right here that Gareth Bale's not needed by LAFC. And beyond that, from a U.S. perspective, I think it's fair to start to question just what Gareth Bale's status is going to be at the World Cup. Because here is a must-win game for his team, and he was a do-not-play less than a month to the World Cup. Either there's a concern about his fitness or LAFC is getting ripped off.
There's a concern about his fitness, and I don't know if LAFC is getting ripped off, but I agree with you that not only did they not need him this game, but they've not needed him all season. And you can make the same argument for Giorgio Chiellini. You could make an argument that LAFC has looked worse with both of them in the lineup, and that's why I think you saw neither of them in this lineup. Giorgio Chiellini came on, and as much as we all love Giorgio Chiellini and you want to see players of that stature come into Major League Soccer and embrace it the way he has, it's surplus. It's actually a weaker squad with Giorgio Chiellini in there. Murillo and Eddie Segura are two very capable center backs that I think in this moment are your tandem. But as far as Gareth Bale comes and Opoku, all of a sudden, a player that was having a banner year for you, is surplus and is deemed not necessary. And he comes on in this game and he changes the game for LAFC. So I don't think it's just this game, Seb. I think it's been all season, Gareth Bale.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.